up, guys? It's the MMA analyst here to give you my betting picks for UFC 145. What I'm going to do from now on is I kind of opened it up maybe over the last 3, 4, or 5 months where I had just a little more free with my platinum and diamond picks than I probably should be. Just because, I don't know, things are going pretty well. I'm not sure what it was, but and also doing a lot of I used to have like maybe 3, 4, 4 or 5 do not bets for good reasons, and then I kind of felt like people want to hear my opinions on picks, not me tell you not to bet on fights, but there are some fights that I just think should be do not bets, so I'm gonna have more do not bets. Not 5, but maybe 3 or 4, as opposed to like for the last few I've had maybe one do not bet in the whole card. When in reality, normally when I look at the card, I would only normally bet on maybe 3 or 4 fights out of the whole thing. There are maybe 3 or 4 other ones that I could bet on if I wanted to put something together in a big parlay, and then there are about 3 or 4 fights that I just won't touch. So I'm going to go more with, kind of what I would do and what I'm going to do. And you guys let me know if that's what you're looking for. If you want individual picks on ones where I have stated a do not bet, then let me know. If I get an overwhelming response that you want more, more picks, then that's fine. I can do that. Just let me know. All right. So anyways, we'll start off with John Jones versus Rashad Evans. This is going to be a platinum pick for John Jones. I mean, many would call it a diamond pick. The only reason I'm not going to say a diamond pick is because John Jones is facing something that he hasn't faced before. And that's a solid wrestler and also somebody that has trained with him and knows him. John Jones can get better at things, but he's always going to be John Jones. So the things that he has, maybe things that he kind of does by habit, the way he moves, all of those different little subtleties that you would never know about somebody if you didn't train with them. John's not going to kick those little habits. He'll improve with his striking. He'll improve with his wrestling. He'll get stronger. He'll get faster until he gets old. But those are all things that he can improve. But the little teeny things about a fighter that kind of like a tells, like if it was a poker, you have these little tells. He's gonna have the same tells, and Rashad Evans will probably know those tells. Now John Jones will know the exact same thing against Rashad Evans, but we've never seen John Jones off of his back. And if Rashad Evans kind of does a what's his name, a Chael Sonnen, where he's just aggressive and gets inside and works on John Jones, we know John Jones can get tired. So it's a pick for John Jones. In all likelihood, he will win this fight, and probably in impressive fashion. But Rashad Evans, I do think, poses a serious threat to John Jones with his style and potential for what he can do. The question is, will he be able to do it? It's a platinum pick, strength level that that Rashad Evans can't do it. Michael McDonald versus Miguel Torres. This is an extremely tough fight to pick because Miguel Torres has been on such a downward slide, and his aggression is so low. He has looked bad even in wins. He's looked bad in his losses, obviously. And Michael McDonald is a young guy that is aggressive with his strikes, and he can knock anybody out. So with that said, I'll be honest with you. A pick either way, to me, there's no bad bet either way. If you want to go with Miguel Torres, you can go with Miguel Torres because of his reach, because of his experience, because just the fact that he's got solid striking, he's got solid ground game. If he gets the fight to the ground, I see him definitely being a big problem for Michael McDonald. And if you want to go with Michael McDonald, It's because he's hungrier. He's actually has the skill set. He's more aggressive. Michael McDonald could potentially back Miguel Torres up, and Miguel Torres could spend this entire fight trying to counterpunch and being outstruck and never actually getting that knockout punch or that damaging blow where he can maybe sink a submission in and lose a decision. I do think this will go the distance. This is going to be, because I do want to pick a winner for this one, this is going to be a silver pick for Miguel Torres. Silver pick. Not even gold. It's the only reason it's a pick is because the money is so good. It's minus 120 for a guy that's like 30-4 against Michael McDonald. So the money is so good at minus 120. So it's even better at some places at minus 105. And if you want to go with Michael McDonald, he's even. But I'm going to say a silver pick for Miguel Torres. Rory McDonald, Che Mills. I mean, this is an ass whooping. You know, it is what it is. I'm not sure what this is. Rory McDonald, if he loses this fight, it's not like he's the greatest fighter in the world or that he's the biggest name, but this will be one of the biggest upsets in MMA this year if Che Mills actually defeats Rory McDonald. Rory McDonald's better everywhere. He's stronger, better striking, all of that. Horrible odds. I'm telling you, it's such a beatdown. Like, you already know this, and the lines makers also know this. The odds makers also know this. Minus 600. Best you can find him at is minus 500. I mean, it is a diamond pick, but I say it in a sense that, you know, I mean, he's going to win, but you got to put a lot of money to win a little bit of money. Ben Rothwell versus Brendan Schaub. This is going to be a do not bet. Brendan Schaub's been knocked out 2 times out of his 2 losses. He's coming off of a loss. Knockouts do change the way you, or can change the way you approach opponents. Ben Rothwell's a big, strong guy. Lots of fights. Lots of knockouts. I think Ben Rothwell might have more knockouts than Brendan Schaub has fights. However, Ben Rothwell can get knocked out. He can also get tired and lose a decision. 2 heavyweights that can get sloppy. Anything can happen. Do not bet. Eddie Yagan versus Mark Hominick. This is basically a gift to Mark Hominick. It's basically saying, you know, we can't allow you to lose your 3rd fight in a row. So here's somebody to go out there and finish in an impressive fashion. Again, just like Rory McDonald, this is a very bad odds, minus 600. Best you can get, minus 500. It's a diamond pick. Maybe if you want to take those 2 very, very serious, obvious wins, but bad odds, put those 2 together. I mean, I can't really see either of those 2 guys winning. So you take 2 minus 500s and who knows what you get, but you obviously get better than minus 500. And then maybe you take this next one, which is also a diamond pick, and you put the 3 together, and then you don't bet a whole lot because if anything goes wrong, you cry, right? But yeah, Mark Bocek over John Alessio, also a diamond pick. Mark Bocek gets the fight to the ground, lays on John Alessio, and eventually submits him. Probably, I would say, maybe even in the first round gets a submission, so maybe not as much laying. But I think he gets the fight to the ground pretty quickly. John Alessio taking the fight on late notice. Mark Bocek being a very good grappler. And really, lately only losing to some of the best competition. So yeah, that's another diamond pick. Odds are much better though. You know, you can get it for as low as minus 345. Minus 400 seems to be kind of the average. Matt Brown versus Stephen Thompson. Matt Brown, you know, in the league because somebody loves him. I'm not exactly sure. I'm gonna have to say it's a gold pick for Stephen Thompson. It's kind of crazy when somebody like Stephen Thompson comes in. I think he's got 4 fights in mixed martial arts, or maybe 5. This will be his 5th or something. But you know, Matt Brown's had a lot more fights, you know, and he's still the underdog. And Stephen Thompson hasn't shown much except for his record. I mean, his fighting record in even other sports is decent, right? Like, he's a kickboxer. He's got a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's got like karate background, extensive karate background, fast on the feet. So He looks to be a guy that can give somebody like Matt Brown some problems. Somebody like Matt Brown being somebody who doesn't have really good or great anything. So I'm going to go with Stephen Thompson, gold pick. Next fight, Anthony Njokuani versus John Makdessi. This one's tough. I'm gonna say, I did go with Anthony Njokuani with my regular picks, but for this, I'm gonna have to go do not bet. Both of these guys like to fight inside the pocket. It could go either way. Again, I did go with Njokuani, but Makdessi could absolutely catch Njokuani and knock him out. I'm just gonna go with again with a do not bet here. I think if you want to go Njokuani, that's good. If you want to go John Makdessi, that's fine as well. The odds -210, -200. Best you can get it is best you can get it is -200 for Njokuani. Solid. Makdessi +175. It's going to be a close fight. I see it probably going the distance though. It's just who's going to have the better striking. So that's going to be a do not bet for that one there. Another do not bet, Chris Clements versus Keith Wisniewski. Clements will likely win this fight, but putting money on Chris Clements or Keith Wisniewski is just something that I greatly advise against. They're the kind of fighter that, who knows what's going to happen. So, I just say I would advise against that. Maximo Blanco, I'm going to say gold pick over Marcus Brimage. Brimage has only wrestling. Maximo Blanco is coming off of a loss to Pat Healy in Strikeforce, I believe. He basically got taken down a bunch of times. But Pat Healy is far better than Marcus Brimage with wrestling and aggression and not giving up attempted takedowns and whatnot. He'll just keep going. Brimage, gas tank issues, all of that stuff. It's going to be a gold pick for Maximo Blanco to knock out Marcus Brimage. Travis Brown versus Chad Griggs. It's going to be a gold pick for Travis Brown. I don't really see Chad Griggs, getting a knockout or a submission on Travis Brown. Travis is pretty quick on the feet, pretty solid when it comes to just light on the feet for a heavyweight. I think he will be able to stay out of trouble from Chad Griggs and get the win. Probably, to be honest, will be a very sloppy heavyweight bout that will go all 3 rounds. And Mac Danzig, Efren Escudero. Danzig's going to get this fight to the ground. Gold pick for Mac Danzig. I said I wouldn't do this, but I won't be betting on this fight. I won't put money on Mac Danzig. I would never put money on Efren Escudero. But when you get 2 guys that are so equally rough, you can pick a worse or a better of the 2 to win. If you have somebody that's like, really new and showing a lot of promise, and somebody who you just would never bet on, but he's fought so much higher talent, that's a tough one. You do want to put money on the new guy who hasn't proven himself yet. In this situation, you've got 2 pretty bad fighters, and I'm going to go with Mac Danzig, who I think in this fight, where the styles will show that his level of not good will be able to expose the weaknesses of Efren Escudero. So there you go. Those are my picks. Fight of the night. I don't know. I'm looking at it right now. McDonald, Shea Mills, nope. Shaw, Brent Rothwell, probably not. Miguel Torres, Michael McDonald. I think Miguel Torres will be too laid back in that fight for there to be a fight of the night. Hominick will probably destroy Yagan fast. Bocek, by the way, Bocek submission of the night over John Alessio. That's a very high possibility. If Matt Brown can make it a fight, I know Stephen Thompson has what it takes to make a fight of the night. John Makdessi versus Anthony Njokuani is probably fight of the night. 2 solid strikers that'll stay in the pocket and anything can happen. So that's probably the fight of the night. And I was submission of the night for Mark Bocek. And knockout of the night, John Jones knocking out Rashad Evans will end up being the knockout of the night. If he knocks out Rashad Evans, he will get knockout of the night, no matter what the knockout is. If he doesn't get a knockout of the night, I'm going to go with Maximo Blanco over Marcus Brimage. He'll probably get a pretty solid knockout. So there you go. Those are my picks for UFC 145. Good luck. Bet responsibly. MMA, it's important. Peace.